Yeah, really.
Would it be a press conference? It might take a little bit.
No, not official until you put it on the podium, Jim.
Okay. Yeah, there we go. I'm surprised that's not mine going off. All right, get up here where I can see. First of all, welcome. We appreciate everybody being here on this special occasion here at NEO. We appreciate you coming out. I look around the room here and I see many of our boosters, many of our supporters. And before I get going, I just want to tell you all thank you for what you've done for NEO and what you've done for NEO athletics and NEO football. We couldn't do what we do without you, but we really appreciate you being here. When we first, I guess it's been about 2 weeks ago, we found out we were looking for a new head football coach. Several of us got together, some people in this room, and we said, what are we looking for? What's the criteria? What are we looking for in this new football coach? And we met and talked about it, and Dr. Hale and I visited with it, and I really think we hit a home run because the young man that we're going to hire today as the new head football coach fits that criteria. First of all, we were looking for someone with a strong offensive background, someone that could bring excitement to our offense, score points. And Clay has been the offensive coordinator at Kingsville, offensive coordinator at Trinity Valley for the last 9 years for those two programs, and been very, very successful on the offensive side. In the last 3 years at Trinity Valley, his teams have averaged about 54 points a game, which is remarkable in today's football. Also, has averaged over 600 yards of total offense during those 3 years. So we really fit that and set many, many offensive records at Kingsville and also Trinity Valley. And last year set the national record for offensive production in the NJCA and I think in all colleges. So he fit that criteria very, very well. We were also looking for somebody that could recruit and develop quarterbacks. I thought in today's football, a quarterback is so important to make things happen. And I think in the last 5 years at Trinity Valley, he's had 5 quarterbacks signed in Division I opportunities. Also, has had twice, I think, in that 3 years, the quarterback from Trinity Valley was the Southwest Conference Player of the Year. So I think he fits that criteria very strongly. Also, we were looking for someone with a strong academic background. In today's football, with all the new rules, the NCAA, as far as transferability, Division II, all those things, we had to have someone that understood the importance of academics, understood the importance of graduating our athletes, preparing them to go on to the next level, whatever that level may be. Clay, as all the years he's been in coaching, he's been the academic advisor for the football programs that he's worked with. He was an outstanding student. In fact, I think he was even Phi Theta Kappa here. I think he had most of my classes. I think I'm the one to help him do that, but he was doing that. But anyway, very strong in that area, and and he's been the academic advisor, and I think you'll see as we go along how important that will be for our program. Also, we were looking for somebody that knew how to win in the Southwest Conference. The Southwest Conference that we play in with the Texas schools, I think, is the toughest conference in junior college football. It takes a certain thing to win in that conference. And in the years at Trinity Valley, they won 3 conference championships and 2 other playoff championships at Trinity Valley at that time, because it's not an easy place to win. And I think he understands what it takes to win in that conference. Also, we wanted someone that understands the great traditions of NEO football. I think there's no program in America that has any more tradition than what NEO has. I think, Clay is a Norseman from here in 1999 and 2000. He sang the fight song. He's ate those good old box lunches. He's made those long trips on the bus. He understands what it is. But more than that, he understands that NEO tradition has won football games because of toughness and because of discipline. And you look back over the years, that's how NEO, we've always been the toughest team and the most disciplined team, and Clay understands that. And also, we're looking for somebody that would fit into this community. With him and his wife, Ashley, would be a great asset to our community. Someone that will fit in with our boosters, someone that knows how to get downtown and relate with our business people, relate with our boosters, and get people involved in this program. So I really believe we hit a home run with Clay Patterson. So at this time, you don't want to hear me anymore. I wanted to say, welcome the new head football coach of the Golden Norsemen, Clay Patterson.
Right there, Clay.
Thanks, sir.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well, thank you guys all for coming out today. It's good to be home. I know that. I didn't go to school in high school and grow up in Miami, Oklahoma, but this is a special place to me. I spent a lot of years here. And he's talking about know the community, and I don't know how many head coaches here have ever fished for spoonbill in the river here, if not, but I've done that. Almost got killed out there a couple times, but I'm happy to be here, and I'd like to thank Dr. Hale and Coach Patterson for giving me this opportunity. Both these guys have been really special and instrumental in my life. One of them gave me the opportunity to fulfill one of my dreams, which was to play college football, and he was the only guy that believed in me. He kind of had to, I think, had to do that, or his mom might have got him, but. He gave me an opportunity to play college football, and then Dr. Hale actually helped me achieve the goal of being a college football coach. When I was at Southeast Oklahoma, he helped me get a position there so that I could realize that dream. And to be here with these two guys, it's a great honor. And I'd also like to thank some head coaches in my life that I've worked for, with Keith Baxter, Bo Atterbury, and Brad Smiley, that have helped me foster what I've become today. And then growing up in a household full of coaches, I'd like to thank my first coach and my dad. I can't say he taught me offense because he ran a wishbone offense. So we're a little different than that, but it's a great opportunity to be here, and I'm really excited about carrying on the Norse tradition. What we're going to be about here is, when NEO changed my life. It helped me become a man. And it really, there's days in my life when things get really tough that I look back to sitting over in Dyer Hall and the tough things that I went through, that it ain't that bad. Things aren't that bad, and I've been through worse, and I came out on top. And that's what we're going to be about here. I want the kids in this program to understand what it means to be a Norseman, and to carry that tradition as we move forward into life, and not only be a Norseman while we're here, but throughout life. And we're going to be about, developing Norse men and developing them into men and helping them move on and get scholarships, and ultimately, obviously, to win championships. And in my life, and I was telling some of the boosters earlier about, I still remember the day that we didn't win the championship here when I played here, and we lost on the last second field goal. And to bring that back here and to win a championship here is going to mean a lot to me, and obviously to my family that's here today. So I'm glad to be here, and I really, really appreciate the opportunity. So.
All right. See this hat on here. Hey, Dale. Yeah. Little photo op here, Coach. Let's see what we got here. Mess that hairdo up. I know that.
Good. Pop out good.
How about that right there? Got a few right here. Yeah.
You always got to listen to your mother, right?
Yeah. I'm going to wrap up the press conference, but before I have a few final comments, Clay, you take a few questions maybe from
Yes,
our audience here. I know you're going to visit with the media here in a little bit, but anybody in the crowd like to ask?
No family members are allowed to ask questions, so agree with that.
Everybody but family members. Yeah. Yeah.
So
what do you think NEO needs to do to improve to win our Southwest Conference football?
Well, I think, this, and part of me being really excited about getting this opportunity at this time is I think that we're in a really good place from a talent standpoint. I thought that Coach Allen's defense last 2 years has been really outstanding. I thought we were good enough defensively to win it. I was worried coming in when we played NEO about that. Their defense was really talented. I think we've just got to get where we can score some more points on offense, because in this league now, it's an offensive league. It's changed. It used to be a defensive dominant, don't make mistakes, but now if you can't score points, you can't win in this league. And then ultimately, we've got to get what NEO, when I grew up, was. I remember coming to games, and it would be like I was almost scared to be around those guys because they walked out of the locker room and everybody knew what was going to happen to them. And we've got to get that back. We've got to get the swagger back of, we're champions, and that's what we do here. So.
Good. Bill Osborne, by the way.
Yes,
Other questions?
Good.
It's good. All right, I know you're going to
Yes,
speak
sir.
with me
Yeah.
here in just
Yes,
a little
sir.
bit. So, Clay, welcome home.
Thank you.
Yeah, and Ashley, welcome to your new home. Yeah, you might want to stand up. This is Clay referenced Ashley, but Ashley Patterson, yeah. Our new First Lady of NEO football. So welcome to Miami, Oklahoma. That's right. We're excited for both of you. Clay mentioned kind of how we cross paths. It's a small, small world. So we both arrived in Durant, Oklahoma in the year 2000. He to be a football player and me to go to work in the administration at Southeastern Oklahoma State University. Got to know him a little bit on the football field at the time, but after he finished his playing days, we came together and figured out how we were going to start a professional career for Clay, and that's when the opportunity to do academic support services came in. And one of the things, as Dale mentioned, he covered a lot of the criteria that we looked at for choosing our next head football coach. And for me, it was many of those things as well. First and foremost, it's somebody who has sort of the spirit and the knowledge and the value of the importance of the college experience. And Clay demonstrated that very early on at Southeastern. I mean, that was his intent. He said, help me get started so I can help our student athletes be successful at this university. And literally from the ground up, he and I created this academic services program at Southeastern State. And I think it fueled a fire in Clay that winning on the football field, winning on the basketball court, getting lots of victories on the softball field, very important. That's what people read about. But deep in his heart, he knows that the difference maker is going to be when those young men and women cross the stage and get a college degree. And so for me, that was so important that he brings that with him to this college and to the program that he's going to lead. Secondly, as Dale said, no better offensive mind in small college football today than Clay Patterson. And I think Dale's statistics, highlighted that fact. The best offense in the country the last 2 or 3 years. His students are graduating. They're going on to get great Division I opportunities. And so very exciting to have that kind of fast, fun, exciting football. Don't go to the concession stand because you're going to miss something if you do when it comes time to NEO football next year. And then the third thing, for me was it's rare when you can have somebody from within the family come back, and take a leadership role like this. And so Clay knows the traditions. He knows the importance of the college here for the community. He knows what it means to be a Golden Norse football player, and I think you're going to see, that all being elevated, that he's going to pay tribute to the tradition. He's going to teach these young men what a great opportunity it is to go to school on this campus and be a part of this program. So that was really it for me. Those are the things that stood out. I do want to take a second to recognize a couple of coaches that are in our audience here today. Zach Allen is our defensive coordinator. He's in his 7th year at NEO. I remember he was a 22-year-old when he came here, maybe 21. He was a bright guy. He might have graduated early for all I know. But he's been our defensive coordinator the last several years. He started out working in the, living in the dorms with their students, was a GA making about $1.25 an hour for that first year or two. Done a great job. We would not be where we are today in this program had it not been for Zach Allen. So help me thank Zach back there. And the second coach I want to recognize is Coach Chad Davis, who's been here an equally amount of time, I think 7 years, going into your 7th year now, Chad. Again, Chad started out as somebody who was in graduate school trying to figure out what he was going to do with his life. Essentially volunteered to be a part of this program, 7 years ago. Climbed the ranks, but became a secondary coach and a game operations director, and really has served this program in so many ways and continues to be a vital part of what we're doing with NEO Golden Norse football. So Coach Chad Davis right there. And Clay and Ashley, I'll tell you, I think you all are joining a small college athletic program that's second to none. And if you may not have had the chance to meet him yet, but our head softball coach, our head baseball coach, our head women's basketball coach, I can go on around the room, are all in the room here today. And these guys have been here for, in some cases, 20 years, in some cases, 15 years. There's great tradition in all of our sports programs here, and you all are going to be part of an athletic family that I think you're going to find will be special to you as young people. You'll have folks that'll mentor you in your coaching profession as well as your personal life, and I think you're joining an athletic department that's going to be a great place for you to be. So with that, I think we'll bring to a close our press conference here today. I will say in conclusion that these are challenging times in Oklahoma for education. They're not going to be easy to fight through some of the things that we're going to have to fight through over the next several years. The resources aren't going to really be there to do what we need to do, I believe, at the level we want to do them at. But that's why you hire talented, progressive, tough-minded people, because they try to figure out how to fight through those challenges, and make good things happen. And in Clay and Ashley, I think that's the caliber of people that we've hired. So on behalf of Donna, the First Lady, who she thought I was going to forget to introduce her, but I wasn't. I was saving the best for last, Coach. We want to wish all of you a Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year, and let's go win some football games next year. All right. Thanks. All right, we stand adjourned.